As we kind of wind down and as we wrap up, I kind of want to go back to where we started. You know, we started with this idea that you can't do life alone. I want to just ask, first of all, what does group mean to you? I mean, what does it mean to you that you do this week in, week out? But then also, what would life be like if you didn't have it? So, Rachel, I know you wanted to share a little bit about that.
I want to go first. I wanted to start joining a small group because of relationships. When I first started coming to Ridge Point, it was back when James and I were dating. So I was known as Jameson's girlfriend. I didn't know anybody. And just because I'm up here on stage does not make me a people person. It's very hard for me to connect to people. So joining a small group created that perfect setting and atmosphere for me to start building those relationships with people and getting to know and just having the support system that we need on a daily basis. And we've just really grown to enjoy small group. And, I can throw my sweatpants and T-shirt on after a long day at work and just begin to open up. And Greg, he likes to call me out when I don't start opening up, which is good because I don't like to talk. But no, we really, I just want to encourage and challenge you. If you're not in a small group, definitely don't make up any excuses. Just try to join one.
One thing you said in the first service, and I'd like you to say it again, is talk about the week in, week out part of it. It rolls around and it's time to go to group. What does that feel like?
James and I, and especially now, because we've moved to Lake Alfred, so our drive is about 30 minutes, so it's not like just around the corner to Dick and Nancy's house. We don't always look forward to going to group just because after a long day of work, it's hard to get there, but James and I have always talked about just when we're leaving, we always feel rewarded and we fulfilled. It's definitely worth it. So we just want to encourage it.
And I love that because my wife Sherry and I have this conversation all the time that when the time rolls around and it just feels like it's been a long day and we just got the kids down and now it's time for group and we're just like, but then when group is over, I never feel like I shouldn't have done that. And I think another part of that we need to speak to is this, that just because you join a group and you go to group one night, everything's not going to be better the next day. This is one of those things that, you look back over a year or you look back over a couple of years and you go, you know what? It was a sacrifice week in, week out, but I see how God has used these people in my life. I see how God, has grown me over time. Are you going to see that in a month? Are you going to see that in 2 months? Maybe, but more likely it's when you look back over years that you're going to see how God does it. And there are a lot of things in our faith where God does that. Reading Scripture and praying, and it might be that, all of a sudden it's not fixed, but over time we look and we see how God's grown us, and I think group fits into to that idea. I know, Debbie, you were going to say something about what has group meant to you and what's the importance of it?
Group's been very good, and I didn't know they wanted me in this group. I was trying to find a group. All groups are not the same, so if you join a group and you don't feel that's your fix, just join another group and try them out.
And now, and by the way, this is like you've only been in the group less than a month, right? Right. So tell me, how's it feel fitting in? Because some people are going to go join a group and they're going to be a part of a group that's already in existence. How's that felt for you?
It's been great. I mean, from the first night I got there, I told my family, I said, I don't know if it's because it's at a house, but it just feels like it's where I belong. They made me just feel like that was for me.
I'm glad.